The Unknown Story of Kalecgos.
With the new expansion Dragonflight, there are a lot of characters returning back to the main story. One of these is the blue dragon Kalecgos, a character who is shrouded in mystery for most players. When asked who Kalecgos is, even the most lore-savvy players will respond with, I don't know, he was like an...
Okay, Kalecgos, obviously he's a member of the Blue Dragonflight. He was the first boss in Sunwell Plateau. He was possessed by that fucking demon. I'm pretty sure Kalecgos used to fuck Sindragosa. I think Kalecgos and Sindragosa used to fuck each other. I think that's all I know.
An aspect in Cataclysm.
No, he didn't.
And,
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's because his story was told to players over the past 15 years in 9 books.
Oh my God.
In the legendary quest line that was made for max level rating caster DPS players in Cataclysm. So let's get to the bottom of this. Who is Kalecgos? What is his purpose? And what is he planning to do in the next expansion?
What is he doing?
But first, I have something to announce to you all. You may now only address me as Lord PlatinumWoW, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Established Titles. You see, with Established Titles, I now have a 1 square foot piece of dedicated land, which by Scottish customs mean that I can be referred to as a Lord, and I get this lovely plaque that labels the exact plot that I own. But when it comes down to it, Established Titles offers a fun, novel way to help preserve the nature of Scotland and are partnered with the global charities Trees for the Future and One Tree Planted, who plants a tree with every order. So not only are you saving the world, but you can also have the ability to officially include your Lord or Lady title on your credit card.
Dude, I remember in the early 2000s, there were a ton of these websites that were selling plots on the moon. They were selling moon property and also stars. Like, you could buy a star, you could buy a plot on the moon. And like, and so I remember this was like common. People like they're buying fucking moon property, thinking that someday they're gonna go visit their moon property or something. And it never occurred to people like, who gave these websites, like, who gave these websites the privilege of selling the moon property? Does it belong to the website in the first place? Yeah, no, bro, you're getting fucking scammed. You're not buying shit.
Your plane tickets and dating profiles. And really, this will just make a perfect holiday gift for your loved ones. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot, meaning that we can forge the kingdom of PlatinumWoW. That is actually just a beautiful preserved forest, but you get the idea. There's currently a Black Friday sale going on right now, and you can use my code PLAT for an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/plat to get your gifts and support the...
I hate to break it to you guys, but this is PlatinumWoW's plot, and I bought this one, 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 and I bought this one. I own every single plot surrounding PlatinumWoW can never escape me because I bought every single plot that is directly adjacent to him. I have them.
Channel. Thank you to Established Titles for sponsoring today's video. Our story begins in a 3-part book series called Sunwell. Kalecgos is a member of the Blue Dragonflight and is an investigator of magical sources for Malygos, who is the leader of the Blue Dragonflight at this time. While many dragons choose their visage form to be as flamboyant and outrageous as possible, Kalecgos chose to be a simple half-elf human with blue hair and with as little polygons as possible. And in his human form, he would call himself Kalecg. His reasoning for this is so that he could blend in with mortals and not intimidate them with some ridiculous form. Anyways, the Sunwell books are pretty complex and filled with minor plots and characters, so I'm just going to give you the gist of the story and how it affects Kalecgos.
Okay.
Also, to be blunt, the story isn't the best Warcraft has to offer, so, I won't bore you with the pointless details. But I will admit it does have some pretty cool art. Okay, so here's how it starts. Kalecgos gets attacked by dragon hunters, but is helped by a human woman named Anvina Teague. The two find out about a blood elf named Darkon Drathir, and he's trying to control...
It looks like a fucking Final Fantasy 14 character.
The Sunwell, the most powerful font of magic in all of Azeroth, for his own nefarious needs. Darkon was previously the traitor who lowered Quel'Thalas's defenses, which allowed the Scourge to invade the city. And then a lot of stuff happens because this is a 3-part comic book series involving characters and plots that are not important to the story I'm trying to tell you today, so we're just gonna skip over it for now. Okay, so Darkon then kidnaps Anvina and harvests her energy because she is actually a manifestation of the powers of the Sunwell that was brought to life by the red dragon named Coral Straws, or Coral... Fuck, Jesus Christ. And gave her fake memories of her past. He did this to hide the powers of the Sunwell from evildoers. Clearly it didn't work. In the climax...
What's funny is, like, this is a big part of the Killjoy end fight in Sunwell Plateau, and literally no one knows who the fuck Anvina is. Like, Kalec is yelling at Anvina the entire time. Like, as you're DPSing KJ, Kalec is, like, talking to Anvina, right? And, like, I guarantee not a single one of you guys, I don't know, no one knows. Who the fuck is Anvina? No one fucking knows.
Of the comic, Avina's power is fully awakened, and she literally melts the flesh off of Darkon and saves the day. Now, despite being turned into literal ash, Darkon is later resurrected by the Scourge, somehow, and becomes a boss for a low-level group quest in the Ghostlands. The truth of Avina's true identity remains hidden, and Kalecgos is her protector, and they become romantically involved, meaning that Kalecgos probably got intimate with the most powerful font of magic in all of Azeroth.
He put his dick in the Sunwell.
The next time their story continues is in the Burning Crusade expansion. Kalecgos and Anvina...
Yo, you got that Sunwell pussy, baby. Yo, shoddy. Yo, you got that Sunwell pussy, baby. That's that good shit.
Now remain in Quel'Thalas, but are interrupted by an enemy players might be familiar with.
I know what you're thinking, but Tempest Keep was merely a setback.
Kael'thas Sunstrider shows up after his defeat in Tempest Keep earlier in the expansion and takes over control of the Sunwell with his demon army and tries to summon Kil'jaeden with the powers of the well.
I need your help. Cannot resist him much longer.
Kalecgos is possessed by a dreadlord named Sathrovar, and lore-wise, it is Alliance players that free him.
I am forever in your debt. Once we have triumphed over Kil'jaeden, this entire world will be in your debt as well.
All my plans have led to this. Drain the girl. Drain her power until there is nothing but a vacant shell.
At the end of the raid, Anvina is captured, and her power is used to summon Kil'jaeden, but she ultimately sacrifices herself to stop the demon lord from entering Azeroth.
Anvina, no!
Anvina, I love you! Focus on my voice! Come back for me now!
Kalec? Kalec? But I'm lost. I cannot find my way back.
Every time I heard this, every week in TBC, like, I'm reminded... The voice acting was so laughably bad. This is the worst, like, voiced dialogue fucking ever.
Only you can cleanse the Sunwell!
The nightmare is over! The spell is broken! Goodbye, Kalec, my love.
Later.
Goodbye, Anvina, my love. Few will remember your name, yet this day you changed the course of destiny. What was once corrupt is now pure. Heroes, do not let her sacrifice be in vain.
I'm sorry, who is she again?
Who? Anyway, did we get a Thoridol or not?
Kalecgos is now really, really sad, and his story continues in the book Night of the Dragon. Now, the main plot of this book deals with Sinistharia, and Kalecgos is just one of the many characters in the book, and since the plot doesn't directly involve him, I'm just going to skip over this one. Meanwhile, Malygos, the leader of the Blue Dragonflight, goes crazy and wants to hoard all of the magic on Azeroth and kill all mortals. He is slain by the player characters, meaning that the Blue Dragonflight is left without a leader. Flash forward to the Cataclysm expansion, and Kalecgos plays a huge role in the questline where players can obtain the legendary staff called Dragonwrath. During the questline, the Blue Dragons are electing a new leader for their flight. Their choice was between Kalecgos and another dragon named Aragos. Because, well... There aren't really any other fleshed out Blue Dragon characters that are alive. So this is the best we got. Argos thought that the Blue Dragon should withdraw from the world affairs, but Kalecgos thought the total.
I vote for Obby. Obby is the Blue Dragon Whelpling in Upper Blackrock Spire, and there's the vanilla quest where you help out Obby. I vote for Obby from Upper Blackrock Spire.
Opposite. Both met during an event called the Embrace, an event that happens every 430 years where Azeroth's two moons overlap each other, and this is the only time a dragon can turn into an aspect. How convenient. But oh shit, Argos is actually working for Deathwing.
With
no.
Dead, your destiny as the blue aspect shall be realized.
And once this new order is established, my place will be secure, yes?
Your reign over the realm of magic will be absolute.
Argos then secretly sends Twilight Dragons to kill Kalecgos, but another blue dragon named Terragosa sacrifices herself to save him.
Terragosa! No!
And during the Embrace, the magical powers that be decided to make Kalecgos the new blue dragon aspect, and Argos gets really pissed off and leaves.
Fools! Neltharion, take you all!
Fuck you, Argos, dumb bitch. Get out of here.
Our story then continues in the Twilight of the Aspects book. Argos sends Twilight Dragons to kill Kalecgos, but he beats them all up with his newfound powers, and then they retreat back to Wimra's temple. Kalecgos follows them, but is attacked by a 5-headed dragon named Chromatus, who is super powerful, and he's forced to retreat.
Fuck.
All of the aspects then meet up and perform a ritual led by Thrall, where they all hold hands and shoot a friendship white fire breath at Chromatus, which knocks him out. Look,
okay.
This book is the most ridiculous Warcraft literature imaginable. Also in this book, there's an alternate timeline version of Thrall's old slave master, who is now an expert assassin and tries to kill Thrall. Maybe I can go into more detail about this book in another video, okay?
Okay.
Kalecgos helps kill Deathwing and loses his powers as an aspect along with all the other aspects afterwards. He had the powers of an aspect for like 2 days, and the rest of the aspects had them for like tens of thousands of years. He is still strong, but not super strong. And our story continues in another book called Tides of War, which is actually one of the best written Warcraft books out there. That being said, the story begins with Kalecgos deciding to move a powerful artifact called the Focusing Iris to a safe location. The artifact had been used by Malygos previously to hoard the use of magic, so to ensure that it could not fall in the wrong hands
I've got the key to the Focusing
Kalecgos
Iris.
encased it in ice, put a magical ward on it, and threw it in the bottom of the ocean.
Nice.
But during the transport of the artifact to the bottom of the ocean, it was snatched up by someone or something.
Who?
As former aspect, Kalecgos deemed tracking down the iris as his responsibility. While searching for clues, he suggested the meetup with Jaina Proudmoore for help. Hey, my name is Kalecgos, and I'm a blue dragon, and I need your help. Oh, you like magic? I like magic too. Yeah, you also remind me of my most powerful font of magic on Azeroth girlfriend, and I think that's pretty cool. During their studies together, they realized that the Focusing Iris was impossible to track, as it was constantly changing locations. To make matters worse, Garrosh Hellscream and his Horde army had claimed Northwatch Hold to the north, and surely they'd attempt to claim Theramore next. Jaina gathered the Alliance's most powerful soldiers, from the Council of Six in Dalaran to the Adal Shatari forces. The Horde assaulted Theramore with a small army that was easily repelled. Little did the Alliance know that this was a feint attack, an attack whose only purpose was to trick the Alliance into amassing their most powerful warriors. Then, Garrosh Hellscream revealed that he was using the Focusing Iris to make a giant mana bomb and dropped it on Theramore.
No!
Jaina, Kalecgos, and other allies jumped through a portal before the blast, and the entire city was leveled.
Damn.
After the dust settled, Jaina was enraged and would stop at nothing to enact revenge. She returned to the rubble of her city, and the Focusing Iris rested in a crater. She took the artifact, traveled to Frey Island, and summoned thousands of water elementals into a giant tidal wave to wipe out the entire city of Orgrimmar, destroying the capital of the Horde and all the civilians within it. But Thrall and Kalecgos stopped her and was all like, yo, chill out. Afterward,
should she chill out? Dude, her hometown just got fucking nuclear blasted. She's gonna chill? Nuh-uh. Yo, go kill those orcs, Jaina.
So the focusing iris was transported to Dalaran.
She should have done it.
And the blue Dragonflight realized they kind of suck at their job at protecting magic across Azeroth, and they completely dissolved. Meaning all of the blue dragons went their own separate ways, no longer unified by a single cause.
What am I hearing?
Kalecgos then became a member of the Kirin Tor in Dalaran, and started a romance with Jaina.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, the blue dragon had a thing for blonde-haired magical women.
Dude, who has Jaina Proudmoore not had sex with? She fucked Arthas. She probably fucked Uther. I'm just gonna guess. She fucked Thrall, definitely. She fucked Kalecgos. She probably fucked Ronan. I'm pretty sure she fucked Ronan. She's like everyone. Kael'thas. She fucked Kael'thas. Yeah, I forgot about that. She fucked Kael'thas. Probably before and after he died. She probably fucked him after he was a fucking demon. I don't know.
Kalecgos was then in the Dawn of the Aspects book, driven crazy by the Spark of Tyr.
Khadgar? Probably Khadgar.
This entire book is him observing the ancient history of dragons. And he's kind of just an observer, and the real story is the ancient history of dragons. Next season, the War Crimes book, he fights an evil version of himself who didn't stop Jaina from destroying Orgrimmar. It's as confusing as it sounds, and my Wrathion video goes into more detail about this whole event. During Mists of Pandaria, Jaina kinda sorta murdered Sunreaver Blood Elves in cold blood for helping construct the mana bomb that destroyed her city.
That's fair, though. Like, literally, that is fair. And it's not cold blood. That's not cold blood.
Afterwards, Kalecgos would take her place in the Council of Six. Flash forward to Legion, and Kalecgos kinda just becomes a talking head that directs players to do quests. Also, the focusing iris was stolen again by Archmage Xylem, who takes it back to the Eye of Eternity, and is a Mage Tower challenge for players, and he goes,
"Drained of magic, your world will be ripe for destruction by my demon masters."
Then Kalecgos is in the Before the Storm book, and has a scene talking about his feelings with Jaina. It's very dramatic, and very dialogue-focused, and they break up. It's honestly pretty boring, so just read this paragraph if that interests you. And finally, Kalecgos is in battle for Azeroth, where he is still, again, kind of just a talking head that directs players to do random quests, and he has the Heart of Azeroth empowered by all of the Dragonflights. Look, in summary, Kalecgos has been in this game's lore for over 15 years, and it feels like Blizzard has no idea what to do with him. A majority of his story has been told through external books, and he's mainly just been a figurehead to hand out quests, or be Jaina's foil to serve as the evolution of her character. Compare this to a similar character like Wrathion, who has had a clear evolution of his personality that has been shaped over the last decade of his existence. Now that being said, Kalecgos will be returning in Dragonflight, and is attempting to reform the Blue Dragonflight to face the new dangerous threats on the Dragon Isles. Hopefully during the expansion we can get more insight on his character in-game, and most importantly, rejoice in the fact that he got a model update, because by the light...
This is what he looks like now?
Importantly, rejoice in the...
That is Kalecgos these days?
Fact, he got a model update, because by the light, look, Kalecgos, I ain't gonna lie to you, you were ugly.
He's uglier now. Nice one. Nice one, PlatinumWoW.